What's up, guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today is a very special day. We're doing checkups, some cute updates, lizards, snakes, turtles, tortoises, weather change, crazy fires in LA, what we've been up to, what's new. Let's go. First up, I mentioned to you guys last episode that I was doing some construction in one of my habitats. Well, I'm kinda, sorta not done, but check it out. This is our iguanas. They are living their best life in here. It's pretty hot in here too. That's when I come in. You check out our big albino male just hanging out on that branch over there. But yeah, then we have an iguana delicatissimo all the way in the back on that branch, our other male. He's chilling. A few different light bulbs, some heat sources, UVA, UVB. They can get up there and get some of that sunlight. Nice and humid in here. I got a lot of mulch and dirt in the floor. I spray it down, and it's, they find their spots where they want to hang out. Where it's too hot, they'll stay there for a little bit. I see them moving next to the heater at nighttime when it's a little bit more colder. But during the day, they'll hang out underneath these lights and just move around the habitat. And I have some more stuff I want to do, but not bad for the start. I am having a problem though. I have ants coming from everywhere. They're eating my food. I curate these guys' food. I chop up pumpkins and papayas and sweet potatoes and vitamins, and then you put their perfect food, their perfect ingredients in there, and then the ants eat it. So I'll take that out, spray for ants, make some new food, and we'll go back and visit those guys in a few. But yeah, that's a start. One of our first habitats we started building was this one because it was fully enclosed, and it's now our latest habitat that we've included 2 iguanas into. They got plenty of space. It's nice and warm in there. It's been cold here in California these past few weeks. It's been like low 30s. Low 40s. Sometimes even during the day, just high 50s, and very, very windy. So I blocked all the vents and all the habitats, and it's been doing pretty well, holding up the heat at night. We got 2 of our big snakes in here. They're fine. Our female ate last week, so I offered her another rabbit this week, but she didn't want it. It's normal, it's wintertime. All the animals are slowing down, especially the reptiles. They go into brumation, so they feel a little bit of cold weather. They don't want to eat. They're not as active much. They'll still hang out underneath the heat. I check on them, but outside of cleaning up some stuck shed, I'm gonna leave those guys alone. Our big anaconda in here, she had a massive rabbit, probably like two 10-pound rabbits, so about 20 pounds of meat she is digesting right now. She was in her water for a few days, then she got out, and that always scares me, especially with big snakes like anacondas. If they get out out of the water when it's too cold, they can just freeze and not get back. So I've been adjusting the heaters inside the habitat, and we can go in and check her out. She's pretty mellow, especially with a giant meal in her stomach. So yeah, guys, excuse my crazy wiring. One of my heaters kept going out because of too much power, so I had to jerry rig it off with something else. But I mean, look how big this girl is. That's a massive snake, dude. She's nice and warm. I'm very detail specific with the snake's temperatures in these habitats. So this one's nice and low. She can feel it. This one's high. It just keeps blasting out that heat. And then I put a different variety of light bulbs in here. And her water's heated. She has pretty warm water. So hence why I said I like when she stays in the water. It makes me feel she's chilling. She loves to eat in the water. But when she does get out of her habitat, I kind of sort of like follow her around and put lights above her so she doesn't get too cold. It's pretty warm in here, but anacondas are a bit different, man, and I don't want to take no chances with this snake. She is my pride and joy. We would pick her up, but she's pretty stuffed right now. Ugh. I'm gonna leave her be. Big snake, huh? Oh. Yeah, guys, everything's not always perfect in these habitats. Sometimes stuff goes wrong, sometimes power goes out, sometimes the vents I have open, they get too cold. And the lizards like, or the snakes just like, oh, it's freezing in here, you know? So I gotta make some adjustments, but it's all good. We have our smaller reptile room. All of our smaller snakes are in here, smaller lizards. We have our carpondro and our Moluccan scrub python. He actually should be good to come out today. I could probably take him outside and check him out. I haven't taken him out fully in a while. Hey, big guy. I'm not sure if you guys have met Titan. If you guys are new to the YouTube channel, this is one of my favorite snakes here. He is a straight up beast of a snake, especially in the sunlight. You can see his iridescence so well. He's lives up to his name. His name's Titan. So I think he has this giant, thick head, these big, huge, massive teeth. Moriella classilephus, Somalia classilephus. Sorry. Scientific name of this guy. They're from a small island in Molucca, in the middle of the ocean. Probably the only biggest predator on the island. So all the birds and squirrels and any lizards, this guy's gonna smack them. Rats, tree possums, you name it. This guy is pretty big for his species, probably the biggest one out there. I haven't seen a bigger one. He's so perfectly coiled up on here, but he is a sweetheart. It's okay, kid. He's like, I got my branch, leave me alone. But yeah, big guy. Feels good, feels strong. He's got no nicks and no scars on his shed, on his skin. Yeah, just getting them out, just getting your hands on them, feeling the thickness of them, seeing how they move. You can tell how healthy they are and how they're doing. If you get a snake out and it's lethargic and it's cold and it's breathing weird, obviously you have a problem. But this guy's very, very active. He's a cool snake. Never showed any signs of aggression. He does have a strong feeding response, but other than that, he's as flawless as they come. You gonna make me a belt? You gonna make me a belt? You gonna wrap around? But yeah, big scrub python. Usually a pretty nasty snake, sometimes in captivity and in the wild. But some of them, they do turn out to be pretty mellow, pretty nice, like this guy, and they're a pleasure to work with. These snakes have insane strike ranges, big teeth, and sometimes they can be very, very, very aggressive, and they're super strong. I mean, think about an arboreal snake this big. It's like a monster green tree python, is the best way I can describe it. But with scrub python body. Look at that head, dude. His head is massive. Think about the teeth he has in there. Don't want that hanging off your face. But he's a good boy. So yeah, we checked on Titan. We're gonna throw him back in there. Keep on moving. We got a bunch more kids to go see and check on today. Ugh. All right, kid. Time for you to go back. Get in there. That's usually sometimes a good way to show his full length too. He is a pretty long snake. Titan, man, you're getting big. I mean, guys, how long do you think that is? I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you think that is. In meters or feet? All right, guys. Big, huh? So yeah, I have fog machine up there. I told you guys before, also last episode, if you guys are new to the channel, I will give you guys updates per animal, per habitat. And the last time we had a problem in here with the shed. There was shed all over the habitat. And I said, I forgot to put its humidifier on in the last few weeks. So their humidifier's on. It's been nice and calm and easy in there. Our cage mate in here did shed through, so that was awesome. We have our green tree pythons in here. I'll turn this off so you guys can see it. I had these in my house, in my room, because of course they're more sensitive animals. And every night I check on them before bed, every morning when I wake up. But here's our young female and our male. We have, I think, that's a Jayapara green tree python. And this one is a Cyclops maniquari green tree python. And they're chilling in there. The UVA, UVB, they got the heat, the humidifier. Got some sphagnum and some dirt in the bottom. Thick wood chips keep the humidity up. I spray them down. They eat fine. They love life. But eventually I want to get them in something like this. So this would be my ideal size habitat for these kids. I have some new builds I had planned in my head, but for now, they're gonna be there. All right, moving on. I haven't got this guy out in a few episodes, so should be a treat to see this one. Mangrove snake. So can be a bit aggressive sometimes and defensive, but love checking on her and seeing how she's doing. He's a cool snake. Boiga dendrophila. This one is Moriella viridis, the green tree python. And I want to get you guys more equipped with the scientific nomenclature of their names and stuff. But yeah, this guy, sometimes he gets all crazy and strikes so much, but he's a chill snake today. Good weight on him, doesn't feel too cold, nice and warm, nice and thick, digesting his food. I pulled out some full sheds. You know, this is the same process I repeat over and over and over with some of these animals, and I like to keep updates on them. Usually when she gets back in the habitat, she gets more defensive, but she's not giving us a show of strikes today, and that's okay with me. All right, get back in there. Just let me go. Thank you. All right. She's chilling. We have our indigo snakes in here. I actually moved them from out of there and put them in here. It's a little more easier to manage these guys in the winter. It gets too cold. This is our girl. She's nice and warm in here. Kind of like beat them up with heat. What's up, baby? What's up, baby? Trimarturin cooperi, a female eastern indigo snake. She's doing good. She eats like a champ. She's very, very active. Very solid snake. Sheds all in big, nice, long pieces. And she does not ever refuse a meal. You actually have to stop her from eating because she'll overeat until she throws up. So yeah, she's doing well. Our male, I'd pull him out, but he's going through shed right now. So we'll wait for him to pull his shed off. A few episodes ago as well, I had mentioned to you guys about our beauty snake. I haven't even held her much since I've got her. I've just been getting her settled in. A couple of meals, a couple of sheds. I'm not sure of her personality, but she's a little wiry, but she's big. Our Taiwanese blue beauty red snake. They come in different variations. I think this is basically actually a normal beauty rat. It's not a blue beauty. Hey, you go up there. Sometimes they get going somewhere high and knock everything down. But good looking snake, man. Big shed she has, full shed actually. Another perfect specimen. I just like to have and care for and give love and my time to the species, man. The full snake. This is a good example of how this snake should look. You wanna go back? One of our few colubrids we have in our collection here. Go back in there. She's a beast of an eater. She grabs food like it's nobody's business. And that was someone's pet. I was at her pet store picking up some supplies and I seen this snake there. I'm like, wow, what's up with this guy? Owen dropped it off, get on a Reptile. I'm like, new pet for me. So who else we have in here? I'm not sure if you guys saw our white-lipped python in a few episodes. He's been a little shy. Yeah, he's still being shy. You can see him, he's just kind of wedged himself. In between this wood, this cork bark. He's in there, he's alive. He's just, he's kind of shy sometimes. He likes this little cork bark. I fed him a guinea pig and a jumbo rat. So I did see him out the last few days, and like last night before last, sort of getting ready to go inside his cork bark and go back to sleep. So he has his heat pumped up in there. It's nice and humid, but he doesn't want to hang out today. So maybe next episode, if you guys tune in, we will have time with our white-lipped python. But today is not that day. So yeah, that does a pretty good. Oh, a chameleon. We didn't show this guy. I don't know, he has his days where he doesn't want to get too colorful with this. Let's see though. Come on. Go outside. Let's go outside. This is our panther chameleon. If we get him in the sunlight, right out here, he'll get nice and blue for us. An animal native to Madagascar. One of the most colorful, if not the most colorful reptile in the reptile kingdom. I mean, just pure beauty. Now I know there's like all these fake videos of a chameleon stepping on red and turning red, or stepping on purple and turning purple. They don't necessarily do that. Some of them can fire up and have like cool, blue hues and whites and pinks and reds and oranges, yellows, but they necessarily can't just adapt like an octopus to, their surroundings. When they get too cold, they get a little darker, so they can absorb some heat. If they're too hot, they can get super light, so they can deflect the light off of themselves. They see a male, they can get fired up and want to fight, puff that throat out. Same thing with the females. Females aren't as colorful. But yeah, I believe this guy's scientific names are Furcifer, Pardalis, I believe. I could be wrong. I need to go double check on you, buddy. But yeah, he's nice and smooth. They have separated pupils, eyeballs, so they can look in front of them and behind them, on the sides of them, behind them, above them, below them, and it's pretty cool, man. They got to be in defense. In Madagascar, there's not many big, huge predators, so they use their stealth in the trees. They blow with the wind. They try to like hide themselves from any and every bird. Probably a fossa, like a little small cat, that would probably catch them in the wild. But yeah, pretty sick, man. A Madagascan panther chameleon. They also have separated toes. If you look at his toes, he's got like 3 toes on one set, but they're co-joined. And then he has a set of 2. So he has 5 fingers, but it's like a 3 and a 2 piece. We call him Skittles. Taste the rainbow. He's warmed up a lot though. He didn't like to be held whatsoever when we first got him, but he's pretty chill now. I wish he would fire up like he's super light blue, but I guess he needs some more time in the sun. All right, kiddo, you're back. All right, I guess he was lightening up a little bit, huh? Maybe I see him back in the house. All right, guys, that about wraps up our small room for today. Everybody in here is doing fairly well. I was in here last night, super late, cleaning, feeding, organizing. I'm just getting back from a Bali trip, so I like to, as soon as I get home, connect back with the animals, check on them, get in their stomachs, see how they're feeling, get in their heads, see how they're mentally doing, and make corrections and do whatever I gotta do in between time. This guy, oh, he's right here. He's sleeping, so he gets a little nervous, so I'll open it and you guys can see him. He'll probably wake up and look at you, but he's gonna be on the floor right there. If he sees me, he's gonna run away. And come out. Come on. Come hang out, my man. I didn't want to spook you. Usually if you just like chill, he'll come hang out. Come on. He's like, you got no food for me? I ain't coming out. We got friends over. YouTube's out. YouTube wants to say what's up. Don't have any food. So what I'm doing is basically putting my hand here and he's smelling me, he's licking me. He's picking up a lot of information. He's like, do you have food? Do you have chicken? I trust this lizard to make a calculated, smart decision to not bite me. But he can bite me if he wants to. But I don't grab him and like hold him. I don't make any fast movements. And he knows when there's chicken, there's steak, there's rats, there's rabbits, there's pigs on the menu. And he's well aware of my fingers are not food. They don't taste like food, they don't smell like food. And I can even give him food in between my hands and he knows that there is food in between my fingers and he would gently grab it and eat it. It's okay. Can I pet you? Like a big scaly dog. I don't have anything. And you already ate big meals. I mean, this guy ate like, literally like 3 pigs. I had a rabbit that one of the big snakes didn't want. So I got it into pieces and I gave it to some of the lizards. He ate most of it. He's a beast. So what I'll do also too with the big lizards is when they're chilling like that, I just leave them be. But twice a day when I'm home, I come through, I spray the habitats down, all the heat gets super humid, and the animals love it. These guys being from Asia, they have a humid environment, so it's good to duplicate that in captivity. He's got a big, huge, like 600-gallon water bowl. The water's nice and warm. It's very key. He has a big flat heat mat in the back, so when I give him big meals like I mentioned, he can sit his stomach on that heat mat and just digest all of that food. That big, thick stomach acid he has in there, that's 10 times the strength of battery acid, just melts down all that bone, all that pig, all that nutrients, and he gets the full vitamin enrichment he needs to be able to survive in captivity. He's got different UVA and UVB bulbs. The bulbs inside there duplicate what the sun would give you, so that's why he's also an albino, so he's really he's a finicky animal to work with. You gotta make sure everything is dialed in there, so, but he's chilling. Thank God. In here, maybe this guy will chill for us today too, is our Cayman lizard. Been settling in nice. I haven't tried to pick it up much. It's shedding at the moment. Uh-oh. Come here, it's all right. You're all right, kid. Don't bite me. We're chilling, bud. We are chilling. Look at this guy. Going through a nice shed. Been eating well. I haven't taken it out for any episode since we had it. It's been a real trick, but a real treat to get this animal settled in. I mean, it looks like a crocodile, huh? I'm not sure if you guys are picking it up nicely, but I think he's chilling now. We'll probably get him in the sunlight so you guys can see that green. Oh yeah, look at that. A big male Cayman lizard. He's pounding snails. He gets 10 snails every other day mixed with cat food. And he loves the snails, but when you mix it with the cat food, it goes crazy. I even had to screw and bolt his food bowl down because he kept getting so excited to eat his food, and he just knocked all of his food over in his habitat and get it all wasted on the floor. And then ants would come. It was a big problem. So I just screwed his bowl to the floor. Yeah, man. He's obviously healthy. Got some full pieces of shed coming off. Different type of shed, you know. Lizard shed in pieces, but when they shed in full pieces like that, another good indication everything is going pretty well in its habitat and in its stomach as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, we ain't that cool yet. Yeah, I haven't held them much, but this is a cool time to get out and show them off. They got these big, strong jowls. They can crunch snail shells. They're from Bolivia, Colombia, Peru. You guys can find these in the Amazon. They share the same habitat with caimans, smaller crocodiles, anacondas, iguanas, basilisk, piranha, red-tailed catfish. Yeah, man, the list goes on of all the cool South American animals. You can kind of sort of like put them in the same category as a tegu, even though they're not in the same scientific name. But yeah, man. Hi, buddy. I haven't got you out since I had you. I just wanted to make sure you was settled in. Good to know you're a chill boy. He was chill when I first got him. I figured he was, but we haven't named this guy yet. What should we name him? Comment down below a name for our Cayman lizard. We need something special. He's very dear to me. I love him so much. He's one of the few reptiles that gets almost daily care, you know, from all the staff and love, especially when I'm gone. The big reptile, the big lizards, the big monitors and big snakes, they don't necessarily eat every single day, all day. But this guy gets treated like a king around here. You gonna go back in your water? Later, buddy. So yeah, big Cayman lizard, doing great. It was good to show you guys him. He's a special kid to me as well. Someone I'm just freshly working with over the past year, and it's been a joy to work with. Next, we have our, this one's empty. I took the iguanas out of here and I put them in the video from the front. So this is under construction, so ignore that. Right here we have our Papua and olive python from Papua. She is our oldest animal we have here in our collection. I've had her for forever. I'm not sure if she is out today, but last I saw of her, she was going through shed. So it wouldn't be good to take her out anyway, because you're not giving her a full example of how pretty she is. But She's hiding anyway. This guy though, he's not hiding. Yeah. This is Bane. He is our Bolin's python. Bane, get over here. Don't you bite me. There's no food. He's been pounding some meals. Let's check him out in the sun. He's doing fantastic. He just recently shed a few days ago, so you can get him in all of his glory and how good he looks. The iridescence does wonders in the sun. He's a slow grower, honestly. We're going on year 4 now, and he hasn't put on much size. He's gotten thicker, obviously, but he's only grown like 8 inches, you know, literally 8 to 10 inches he's only grown since I've had him. But he's definitely got much thicker in girth, so maybe that's how it goes. You guys get a little wider, then they get longer. Who knows? Our female is massive. I like to get him out, check his belly scales, check how he did after his shed. Does he have any nicks or bruises or scars or scabs or mites or anything? My man is looking flawless. I mean, this guy has like almost dragon scales, you know? It's a perfect example of his species. He's strong, he's healthy, doesn't miss a meal. He's active. He's alert. He walks by his habitat. He looks at you back like, you have food? No, you're just gonna hold me? All right, we can do this. So, very gentle snake, very beautiful snake. Again, putting on some good weight, doesn't miss a meal. Also another animal I have to stop feeding because if I don't, he will just overdo himself. He'll do himself in. Isn't that right? You just do yourself in every time. I was like, dude, you can't eat anymore. You're stuffed. He's like a little fat Italian man eating pasta all day. Look at that head. I wish I had to get his head nice and flat so you guys can see how cool he looks. It's like almost like velvet when you look up close to it. So yeah, that's Bane, everybody. Cleopatra is in there as well. Last I checked, she was going through shed, but if she is available to hang, we shall do it. And you go back. Where's your wife at? I don't see her. I'm sure she sees me somewhere though. Woo. Yeah, I mean, I think he's definitely gotten longer. Maybe I'm exaggerating. I gotta go back and look at our photos and videos when I first got this guy. I know he was much smaller, but maybe I'm just so spoiled by how big his wife is. And I think that he's growing slow and he's probably actually doubled in size. I had to double check. I don't know what she is. All right, Bane. Oh, I see her back there. She's all the way in the back down there. There she goes. That's the queen back there. She's curled up on the floor. She had a couple of big meals. Her eyes are super milky blue because she's gonna shed any day now, any moment, any second. But if you look to your left, you'll see Bane. What are you looking at my woman for? Don't look at my woman like that. So yeah. All right, kiddo.